DrVoIP has created a browser-based contact center solution that is built out entirely in the cloud and supports SMS, voice, and video. And this presentation, I'm going to give you a quick overview about our capabilities and point out that it's basically a software as a service. There's nothing for you to purchase. You don't have to install anything. If you have Firefox or Chrome, that's maybe the only requirement, and a computer on the internet, and if your computer supports a camera and you have a microphone and speakers or a USB headset, you're ready to go. Nothing else is required. You pay only for what you use, and the cost is probably about a penny a minute, or a penny a text message. And this can be configured in minutes. You just log in, and we'll walk you through setting up a campaign. Each transaction in your campaign is logged with a unique ticket number. And these tickets are stored in a cloud database, and they are searchable. So you can address any of your compliance requirements. And the default domain is entitled Priority Member Services, and that was just a name that was chosen to enable most folks to communicate with their clients and not have to worry about having some strange domain. If this is of interest to you and you want to give it a shot, send via text the word demo to 424-348-4000, and we will get you set up with an account and give it a try. So the basic feature set is that an agent can log in to the call center and accept an incoming video, voice, or text chat. So you've got this call center set up, geographically distributed agents who log in, and they can take browser-based phone calls, browser-based video calls, or just have an SMS chat. Also, there are some standalone features that support the call center, but actually work without you having to log in and do anything other than set up your campaign. So, for example, we have SMS to email. This enables you to publish a phone number that folks can send a text to, and based on keyword, that text will be routed to an email address, and the recipient of the email can then hit the reply key. We take it back, we convert it back to text and send it back to the caller. This was originally developed. We were doing a lot of work with ShoreTel call centers and Cisco call centers, and the requirement was that we want to be able to handle text. Now, these call centers had the ability to route an email, but they couldn't necessarily take a text. So we created this feature to enable text into the call center. We also have SMS to list, which is, again, using a keyword. You publish a telephone number, and an incoming text will be added to a list. This is useful in marketing programs, employee notification programs, in which a keyword adds the ID of the incoming text to the list, and then you have the ability to send bulk messages out to your list. And one phone number can support many email addresses. It's the keyword, the first word in that text, that causes the route of the text to the next available email. And there is a no keyword. So if someone sends a text and there is no keyword, it goes to a default email address. Yeah, and SMS to SMS is basically a function in which an incoming text is routed to another, let's say, smartphone. So in this way, you're able to keep your actual cell phone number confidential and ping pong back and forth. The messages incoming are routed to your cell phone, and your cell phone number is kept confidential. We have click to call back, and you can embed a link in your email signature or on your website, and when someone clicks on it, there has to put in their phone number. We then call your predefined phone number, perhaps the call center, and when we get you online, we place the outbound call to the person requesting the call back. Optionally, these calls can be recorded and archived, and they also have a unique ID number for tracking. And last but not least, and most important, is the true call center feature of being able to have an inbound video request or an inbound voice or text sent to the browser of a logged in agent. And as you would expect in a call center, we route that call to the next available agent. So that pretty much covers the feature list, and I guess we'll log in now and take a look at the actual portal. When you receive your login username and password, it'll have a link, and when you click on the link, it'll take you to the portal. Log in, and typically you'll come into what's called the dashboard. And the dashboard is just an overview of your various campaigns. It'll show you the status of your campaigns, how many campaigns you have, how many messages, what keywords are being used. It's just an overview. Campaigns are how we define the various features in the system. Messages is a list of your various tickets, and numbers are the numbers that you own, and you have the ability to purchase as many numbers as you like. You can select a number anywhere on the planet, although the demos are limited to the US. Settings is where you'll go for changing your passwords and master email. And bulk SMS is where you will go to set up bulk messages to your various distribution lists, which you will select here. So I'll cover each of these in greater detail. I think the first place we should go to is selecting a number. So this will show you numbers that you have in your account. If you need to buy a number, just click here. It'll bring you to, right now it only says the United States. We have the option for making this anywhere on the planet. For security purposes, today it's set for the default, which is the United States. You can either buy a local or a toll-free number, and when you hit search, you can either search by area code or zip code. Let's search by area code. Let's put in area code 702. Optionally, you could have searched for a word. So if you're trying to spell something with your telephone digits, you can search and play around here. I'm just going to go by area code, and we'll say 702. And at this point, I'll get a list of numbers, and I can just go ahead and get this number, and now it will appear in your list of phone numbers. Okay, from the dashboard, we can go to campaigns, and under campaigns, we can list our campaigns, we can add a campaign, and we can look at the subscribers that we have to a particular campaign. At this point, let's take a look at a list of campaigns so you can see how this is exposed. You've got your campaign name, your keyword associated with that campaign, the type of campaign, is it list enabled, is it SMS to text, is it a call center, the email associated with that campaign, whether it's active or not, the telephone number associated with the campaign, the creation date, and then generally you'll have a list of icons over here. They're pretty much the same for all of the base features. The call center adds another couple of icons, which I'll show you when we go over the call center campaigns. Here we can look at, we can view a chat. So if there's an active campaign, we can take a look at a particular message and then click View Chat. We can see the log for this campaign. We can edit the campaign. All of the campaigns have something called an autoresponder. And what that enables us to do is to create an autoresponder. And the purpose of this is, let's assume, for example, that you have a campaign text to list or text to email, and you're only going to tend to that, have a person available to review that communication on certain times. If the text comes in, over the weekend, for example, when the call center might be closed, you might want to set a message back out to the person that says, hey, we're closed. We'll get back to you when we open Monday morning. And so you type your message here, you set your start and end times, and this will be saved and used by that campaign should an incoming message hit the campaign during the period in which you have an autoresponder set up. And of course, here you can trash your campaign, delete it. You can list the members of a list-enabled campaign. And these icons are typically how you navigate your campaigns. You'll see a couple of other icons when we look at the click-to-call and the click-to-callback campaigns. Okay, from the campaign, let's go ahead and add a campaign. So this is going to be a campaign. Let's start with SMS to email. So again, you're going to give this a campaign name. You're going to put in a keyword, and we're going to have an email address. And we're going to assign a number. Again, you can assign any number that's associated with your account. And it's pretty simple to set up. Basically, what we're saying here is that we're setting up an SMS to email. So an incoming text message to this phone number that has the word help as the first word will be routed to, as an email, to support@drvoip.com. Now, a word here on keywords. You can have as many keywords as you want associated with a single number. So one number can be used many times. It's going to be the first word in the text, which is the keyword. It can be upper or lowercase or mixed. We're looking at the letter, it's HELP here. And that's going to say if this phone number receives that keyword plus a message, help, space, I need someone to fix my PC, that is going to be converted to email and sent to this address. The person receiving this email can hit reply. We will take that message back. We'll convert it to text, and we will send it back to the person that initiated the exchange. We will also simultaneously create a ticket number, and the ping pong of messages against that ticket number will be saved in your log, and you can review them, search them, etc. So this is how you set up SMS to email. Okay, this time let's create a SMS to SMS. So in this is kind of this is a way of keeping your SMS secret. So the typical use case that we've seen on this is tech support field technicians who maybe rotate, right? So we don't want a specific number of a technician to be given out. So what we'll do here is we'll create a name. Let's call this on-call tech. And the keyword here might be help. And the phone number here is going to be the phone number that an incoming call, if someone sends a text to this phone number with the keyword help, it's going to be forwarded to this number, the tech on call, right? And so this number has now been made available as, the emergency technician on-call phone number. And customers will send a text here, and it will be forwarded to the tech on call. And so all you're going to do here is change this number when you've got a different tech taking calls that time period. But at the end of the day, this number is never displayed to the inbound text originator. The number that is displayed is this number, and they can ping pong back and forth, and like the other campaigns, the dialogue will be given a unique ID number, ticket number, which is stored in your log and is subsequently searchable. Okay, let's set up a campaign type list. Now this one has some of the components of the other, but it has some additional information. So let's call this one coupon, and the keyword will be sale, and the email, I'll explain this in a minute. I can't type and talk at the same time. Autoresponder. And you can assign a phone number to it. So in this example here, what we're doing is we're creating a list. Anybody who sends a text to this phone number is going to join, sends a text to this number with the keyword sale will join this list. And they will receive a responder. This is not the same as the autoresponders. Though it does say autoresponder. What it does mean is that the first time you send a text to this number with the keyword sale, you're going to get a message back that says, thanks for joining the list. And you have basically opted into that. And the use case we see for this is typically marketing programs in which we have an outreach program. In this example, we're going to send a weekly discount coupon to anybody on this list. And we'll basically use our bulk tool here to send a coupon to everybody on the list. Or what this says, email for sending SMS. We have the ability for you to use an email to send a message to the members of your list. So there were two two tools available. One is to use the bulk tool that I showed previously, or you can actually create an email, just a standard email. There's a format that we use. Basically, in your subject line, you'll put some code that helps us route this to your list. And in this way, you can either use the bulk tool or you can use the email. But the goal is people have opted into your marketing list to receive a coupon, a weekly coupon, and you'll send them the coupon and they can opt in or out of the list as they see fit. Okay, let's talk about the more sophisticated campaign types. Let's add a campaign of type click to callback. So in this example here, give it a name, and basically we want to have folks that click the link be called. I mean, typically what you're going to do here is put in your call center. If you have a formal call center and it's got a phone number, or you can have the click to call contact your call center. When we get the agent online, that we will call the person who clicked the link. So it's a mumbo jumbo, but let's see if we can make it a little more clear. You create a click to callback campaign, and in it, it creates this very unique address here. I'm going to copy. Or it also creates some iframe code if you want to embed this link in your website. So on your website, you can have, I want to talk to a salesperson, and the person clicks it, they put in their phone number. What's going to happen after they do that is the contact center, the portal is going to put in a phone call to this number. When it gets the recipient on the phone, it will then place an outbound call to the number that someone has placed here. And it will, at that point, conference the two together, and you have an agent in your call center now speaking to somebody who's serving your website. So let's go ahead and save this. It's active. And if I now take that link we copied and go over here, I can embed that link in either okay, so at this point, we're using our default domain name here. It says, give us the number so we can call you back. And they'll put a phone number in here, hit the call me button. At that point, the portal is going to contact the phone number that we had listed in the campaign, which is here. It will then go ahead and conference the two together. You notice here a radio button for record the call. If you click this, the phone conversation will be recorded and will be saved in your unique messages and logs. So you can embed this. I have put this link as a link in my email. So my emails go out, they have this link on it, says speak to Peter now, and click that. And it calls my number and conferences the two together. So it's very useful, mainly for websites, and enables you to create this kind of click for callback function. Okay, in this example, the most sophisticated of the campaigns is the video chat function. So let's go ahead and add the campaign. And this time we're going to select click to call. This is a real-time application. Like the click to call back, it's going to give you a unique URL or embedded code that you can put in your website. And it is also going to enable you to create some agents who will log in and handle these interactions through a browser. So click to call agent, you get a unique key. The unique key, I'm going to go ahead here and copy this link again. You have the ability to either copy the link or to embed this code in your website. You'll go ahead and make it active. Let's go ahead and submit this. All right, so the difference here is we get a couple of new icons over here. The icon of interest here is the add an agent and add an agent list. So let's go ahead and add an agent here. And let's make this agent Gandalf. Yeah, and Gandalf, and better double check this password. You can go ahead and add as many as we want. Gandalf at .com. Sorry about that. And let's go ahead and make. So we've created an agent now. So there's two sides to the transaction, right? So we've created our link here, and if we take a look at that, we can see the link that we will use, either publish it or put it embedded in a website. Go ahead and this is what the agent screen will look like after the agent logs in. So they go to the link, they log in, they have the ability to log in and log out. You know, the product plan here is obviously to keep developing, as you'll see, ready states and wrap up codes and the typical expectations for a call center agent. Where we are today is you've got this interface. You'll go ahead and log in, and at that point you'll see that you're sitting in your work area, and I'm logged in as Gandalf, and I'm waiting for a task. On the other side of the equation, your user has gone to your website, or they've otherwise obtained this link. They've clicked on it, and what they'll see is put in your name, and they'll select if they either want a text chat. I think the video chat will be a little more interesting, so we'll go ahead and do that. They're going to say go, and what's going to happen is, hopefully, back on the agent side, you can see we've got a video request from Harry. I'm going to go ahead and accept that. My status will change to busy, and at this point you can see that we have a video chat going between. It's going to be difficult to show you that because I'm the same guy on both sides, but you can see that the chat has been established. And as with the other campaigns, this is all logged. It is all archived. It's searchable, so we can go back and forth. And at the conclusion of this, we will complete our task. We're busy. Now, there could be another agent. It's not just one. You get multiple agents, and they're available. I'm busy. And that pretty much covers the status of priority management services as implemented by DrVoIP. If you're interested, go ahead and send us a request, and we will send you a login. Hope you found this informative, and I thank you for viewing.